She said late dinner with clients. So I told her to tell Chris to return my shirt. She smiled while fixing her hair in the mirror and said it so casually, so effortlessly, like it was just another ordinary evening, late dinner with clients. But something in her eyes felt different this time, something that didn't match the words. And before I even realized what I was doing, before I could stop the storm rising inside my chest, I calmly told her to tell Chris to return my shirt. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that touch the heart, take a second to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You never know who might need this story today. The silence that followed my words was louder than any argument we had ever had. It was the kind of silence that breaks something permanently. She froze for a moment, her hand still holding the edge of the mirror, her reflection staring back at her like it had just been exposed. She didn't deny it. She didn't argue. And somehow that hurt more than anything she could have said. I didn't shout. I didn't throw things. I just walked past her, picked up my jacket, and stepped outside into the night air that suddenly felt colder than usual. The world looked the same, the streetlights still flickering, cars passing by, people laughing somewhere far away, but inside me, everything had shifted. We had been together for 6 years. 6 years of building something that I thought was unbreakable. Late-night talks, cheap dinners when we were broke, dreams whispered into the darkness about the future we would build together. I remembered the nights we sat on the floor because we couldn't afford furniture, laughing like we had everything. Back then, love felt simple, pure, real, but somewhere along the way, life got heavier, responsibilities grew, work became demanding. I spent longer hours trying to provide, trying to give us a better life, while she started drifting into a world I didn't fully understand. New friends, new routines, late nights that became more frequent, and excuses that slowly stopped making sense. Still, I trusted her, maybe more than I should have. That night, I didn't go home. I walked for hours without direction, replaying everything in my mind. Every memory now felt like a question. Every smile felt suspicious. I wondered when it started, how long it had been going on, and why I didn't see it sooner. But the truth was, I did see it. I just chose to ignore it, because sometimes the fear of losing someone is stronger than the pain of being lied to. Days passed after that night, and the house we once called a home became a place filled with silence and distance. She tried to explain at first, tried to say it wasn't what I thought, but her words felt empty. There are moments in life when you don't need proof. You just feel the truth in your bones. I didn't hate her. That was the strangest part. I wasn't angry in the way people expect. I was just tired. Tired of pretending things were okay. Tired of holding onto something that was already slipping away. So I let her go. It wasn't dramatic. No big goodbye scene, just a quiet understanding that whatever we had was over. The weeks that followed were some of the hardest of my life. Not because I missed her specifically, but because I missed who I was when I was with her. I missed believing in something. I missed the version of me that thought love was enough to keep two people together. I stopped answering calls. I avoided friends. Work became my only escape, but even that felt empty. I would come home to a quiet apartment, sit on the edge of my bed, and stare at the walls like they were supposed to give me answers. There were nights I couldn't sleep, nights where my thoughts felt louder than anything else. I kept asking myself what I did wrong. Was I not enough? Did I change? Or was I just convenient until something better came along? But slowly, something inside me began to shift, not all at once, not in some dramatic moment, just small changes. I started waking up earlier, going for walks. Sitting alone in parks, watching strangers live their lives, realizing that the world didn't stop just because mine felt